Hey there! This video is about securing your improvement by reviewing your game and learning from your losses. If you feel stuck in your current rank, doing the same mistakes again and again, this video is going to explain how to overcome these obstacles and start climbing. Alright, let's do this! Hello guys, welcome to the Dojo. It is a natural phenomenon that we enjoy the game and improve vastly in the beginning, but getting better gradually becomes harder and harder. If you just get to ranked games and do the same mistakes again and again, you are going to feel stuck soon, not able to raise in ranks. This creates a frustration and anxiety, thus enjoying your game a lot less. We have something to ask from you. Did you ever feel like this in your gaming career? How did you overcome this obstacle? Please share it in a comment below so we can learn from each other by example. That being said, we are going to show you a way to become better in Overwatch by reviewing your games, finding mistakes in your game, and then concentrating on fixing those. This is not a magical guide, you need to put effort into becoming better, but it pays out. Alright, we start at the very beginning. In order to be able to review your mistakes, you need to rewatch your games. This means that you need to record them somehow. There are lots of software that you can choose from. The most popular ones are OBS, Nvidia Shadowplay and Plays.tv on PC, Game DVR on Xbox, or using the share button on PlayStation. Yes, this may take a toll on your PC and make your game a little bit harder to run, but it is worth to solve this issue somehow in order to gain a very powerful tool for improvement. You don't need to record in full HD quality, keep performance in mind. Try to find the perfect settings. There are tons of guides about how to set these up. It is important to start recording at the very beginning of a game and keep it running until the end screen. You can usually learn a lot more from a lost match than a victory. That being said, you can throw away recordings of won games right after the match if you have any space issues. Okay, now we have a recording of a lost game, but how to start reviewing it? In the beginning, the easiest way to look for mistakes is to find when you died. Deaths are the best markers of mistakes, as you can identify the mishap you did that led to your perishing in the battlefield. Let's see an example. The first one is a positional mistake that happens a lot. You can see Soldier jumping into the enemy team and dying. Let's backtrace. The team kept the point, they pushed out to defend the choke. Soldier got a kill, but then went too aggressive, leaving cover and diving into the enemy. The result is -1 player for the defending team, not a good way to start an engagement. You can see how it is done. Let's try to identify another mistake that led to death. Tracer dies because she got hooked by the Roadhog into her own ultimate. Let's backtrack the mistake. She was capping the point having her ultimate. She wants to use it to repel the next push of the attackers. When the Roadhog approaches, the Tracer decides to throw the ult on him. That's a game sense mistake right there. Never ult a hog, it's just not worth it. Dodge the hook, get past him and ult the supports. It's not that hard, is it? Well, when a mistake is obvious, it is not hard to identify it. It gets harder as you get more skilled, as a teeny tiny mistake can lead to a lost engagement in higher levels. For example, not finishing a focused target but letting him flee, or not landing a stun on the main enemy target and letting them do a wombo combo. Alright, now you have the knowledge needed to be able to see your mishaps. When reviewing a game, bring a paper and pen and write these errors down. If you make the same mistake more than one time, just start counting it with marks. At the end of the review, you will have a list of problems you need to work on and the count of how often they are happening in your game. If you want to prioritize them, start with the most usual one and work your way down to the one happening only rarely. This is the foundation for your improvement plan. So, the basics are clear, let's discuss some common mistakes that can happen on all levels. There are of course tons and tons of more problems that we just can't cover in a video. So, these should give you a general idea and common error categories, so you have a set of tools to work with. The first one is mechanical mistakes. Things like not landing your shots or abilities, or not being able to use the character's movement in a way that would be beneficial. If you miss your shots with McCree, you need to work on your aim. If you fail to hit the enemy with your dash as Genji, you need to practice and experience the range on that ability. If you fail to land the jumps with Winston, it's a mechanical mistake. The next category is positional mistakes. When you die in a way that could be avoided, or you underperform heavily with your character. You are usually out of position when either of these happen. Examples: you are the main DPS and you die first. This one implies that you just rush into the enemy and get picked quickly, instead of relying on the protection of your tanks. If you can't heal your teammates, or you are always getting harassed as a support, it is a positional error. Get closer to the team, or take positions where you have a clear line of sight of them. The next category is game sense mistakes. If you find yourself always eating the enemy ultimates or getting heavily countered the whole game, it may be a problem with your game sense. This is one of the hardest topics to identify, but here are some examples. You play Pharah and the enemy swaps to Widowmaker. You are probably dying a lot due to being hard countered, and not because you are not good with Pharah. You are getting killed as a Reinhardt all the time because your shield goes down too quickly. You need to play Reinhardt more defensively then, not holding your shield to soak damage all the time, but only when your team is about to engage. The next category is communication mistakes. It may be the hardest to identify, as someone may tilt because you say something that you find perfectly acceptable. Stay neutral or positive. Never emphasize mistakes, but try to support your team. If no one is communicating, don't be the one who tells them that they suck. We know that it is hard to find a team with good communication, but don't make the situation worse. Some good words and nicely told suggestions can win you games. Try to spot if some of what you said caused tilt in your team and refrain from using that wording or style for your own benefits. The last common category is team mistakes. We are playing in a team, but blaming others is never ever beneficial. Spotting mistakes in team play is a must, however. These can be rooted in the previous categories: lack of mechanics, communication, or bad positioning. Try to spot what went wrong in an engagement and work your way back. Others will make mistakes too, but you only need to care about what you did and think about how you could make the situation better. So these are the top level categories that you can work with. If you want to practice reviewing yourself, you can join Overwatch Dojo's Discord channel and post your game with the review you made in the Dojo coaching channel. We have an active community always willing to help each other out. If you identify your mistakes and ask the guys to review it, they may point out additional errors that you didn't notice, so you can learn how to spot these too. Actively participating can help you a lot, so join us now. Now that you have all your problems sorted out, it's time to fix them. Again, this is not an easy task and you may drop some points before you are able to climb again, but you are going to be able to gain a lot more rank if you fix your mishaps. So here's an example schedule that you can do. One day will be your play day and the other will be the practice day. A session on the play day looks like this. You warm up for 10 minutes before getting into ranked games. You start playing and keep at it until you lose one game after at least 2 games or 2 games in a row. You review a lost match right away. No procrastination is allowed here. Do this when the experience is still fresh. Make notes as we discussed. Get back to the game and play, repeating these steps. At the end of the play day, we are going to have an extensive list of problems you need to work on. As a good measure, playing 3 games usually takes around 1 hour. Reviewing a lost game is about half an hour. You can calculate how much you can play on a given day. On the practice day, you start by reviewing your notes from play day and mark 2 or 3 of them that you want to work on. This can be anything that you identify. The count of occurrences is just a helper. Come up with a plan about how to improve these aspects of your play. For example, if you die a lot, aim for a lower death count at the end of the game. You should get the idea. A practice day looks like this. Warm up for 10 minutes before the practice session. Get into a ranked game and work as much on the identified problem as you can. Review every game right after you finished. Were you able to improve the skill that you are working on? If not, why? If yes, can you do better? Repeat this until the end of your practice day. This is a plan that is basic and you can adjust it to your needs. However, we are using this as a framework for our coaching sessions in the dojo, and so far we have seen great results. We offer private coaching to anyone supporting us on Patreon, and many of them were able to climb out from the rank they felt stuck in for months in just 1 or 2 weeks doing this plan. Of course, time is a great factor here, but the more you play, the better results you can achieve. Thrive for getting better, have a solid plan for improvement, and you are going to rank up, we are sure of that. If you like what we are doing, subscribe, give us a thumbs up and share this video. See you guys next time.